Hello, my dear students. Welcome to another video lecture of Boron family. So we have completed 2 lectures, and the 2 lectures தெளிவா எல்லாமே டீடைலா டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம், including previous year NEET and previous year JEE question papers. ஓகேங்களா? ஸோ அந்த 2 lecturesம் பார்த்துருங்க. This is the third lecture. இந்த 2 lecturesம் பார்க்காதவங்களுக்கு லிங்க் வந்து டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன்ல கொடுத்திருக்கேன். So just see that 2 lectures, then come back to the third one. Okay, இன்னைக்கு நம்ம என்ன பார்க்க போறோம்னா we are going to see the important chemical properties of boron family. We'll start. First வந்து what is their reaction with air? Air கூட எப்படி தான் react ஆகுவே அதை பத்தி பேசிக்கலாம். Boron and aluminum in crystalline forms are non-reactive. So boron எல்லாம் crystalline formல இருந்துச்சுன்னா it will not be reacting with air. Aluminum என்ன பண்ணுவேன்னா aluminum வந்து it will be forming an oxide layer. So அவனும் அந்த அளவுக்கு react பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. So எப்போதான் react பண்ணுவேன்? When they are in an amorphous form, they will be reacting with air and will be giving you oxide and nitrides. With the formula, we will be seeing that E plus O2 gives you E2O3 and E plus N2 gives you En. What is this E? E is nothing but the element. In the element, boron na vechikalam, nitrogen na vechikalam. So boron, if the boron is reacting with oxygen, what you are going to get? B2O3. B2O3 you will be getting. If aluminum is reacting, what you are going to get? Aluminum is reacting with oxygen, what you are going to get? Al2O3. So you'll be getting this one. So look at that. The next one, when they react with nitrogen, they'll be forming nitride. So if aluminum is reacting with nitrogen, what you are going to get? Aluminum nitride. You have to balance this. Of course you should balance. Aluminum reacting with nitrogen, aluminum nitride. Then boron reacting with nitrogen, what you are going to get? Boron nitride. So this is what the reaction with air, and this is very important compound, boron nitride. Boron nitride actually வந்து நம்ம இன்னொரு பேருன்னு சொல்லுவேன். Boron nitride is otherwise called as inorganic yes graphite, inorganic graphite ன்னு சொல்லுவேன். ஓகேங்களா? So BN boron nitride is inorganic graphite. Graphite மாதிரி layer by layer structure தான் இருக்கும். So graphite ஓட structure உங்களுக்கு தெரியலையே, don't worry about that. Graphite or structure we are going to see in the carbon family. So just remember, so aluminum and boron react with oxygen to give you aluminum oxide and boron trioxide, and aluminum and boron react with nitrogen to give you aluminum nitride and boron nitride. Boron nitride otherwise called as inorganic graphite. Just remember that one. Okay, now we'll be seeing the characteristics, whether it is acid. These oxides the பார்த்தோம்ல, அந்த oxide acidic இருக்கா, basic இருக்கா, இல்ல amphoteric இருக்கா? Amphoteric இருக்குன்னா yes, they will be behaving as acid as well as base. So B2O3 is purely acidic. It is an acidic oxide. Al2O3 and Ga2O3, it's amphoteric in nature. So they will react with acid as well as base. When you go with In2O3 and Cl2O, will be having the basic nature. So this is the nature of the oxide. B2O3 is acidic. The coming two are amphoteric. The last two are basic in nature. I told you already in the first lecture, metal or oxides are basic in nature. Look at that, metal, indium and thallium are metal. Metal or oxide is basic. Boron is a non-metal. Non-metal or oxide is acidic. Simple as that. Aluminum is amphoteric, so it can behave as acid as well as base. Okay, look at that. This is very simple, right? But this question, look at that. This question, the correct statement among 1 to 3 regarding group 13 element oxide. Group 13 element oxide பத்திட்டு 3 statement கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. அந்த statementல எந்தெந்த statements correct ன்னு சொல்லணும். இது எந்த question தெரியுமா? JE main question. Look at that. Boron trioxide is acidic. B2O3 acidic. ஆமாங்க, correct. நம்ம இப்பதான் பார்த்தேன், non-metal oxide acidic. Oxide of aluminum and gallium are amphoteric. Right or wrong? Yes, it is right. Al2O3, then Ga2O3. That is right. Oxides of indium and thallium are basic. Of course, that too we have seen. Just if we go, look at that. Clear? This is it. This is the question they have asked. How simple it is. So oxides of indium, thallium are basic. That too correct. So which is going to be the answer? The answer is 1, 2, and 3. The first option. Look at that. So each and every line in the NCERT is important. Now we'll be seeing the reactivity towards acid and alkalis. Air கூட இருக்க reaction பார்த்துட்டு now acid கூடயும் alkali கூடயும் எப்படி react பண்ண போறேன்னு பார்த்துடலாம். Okay. So first வந்து boron. Boron, you know, it will not react that much. ஏன்னா moderate temperature வந்து acid கூடயோ alkali கூடயோ அந்த அளவுக்கு react பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. He is very shy. React பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. But aluminum is having amphoteric nature. Amphoteric nature na yes, acid கூடயும் mineral acid கூடயும் react பண்ணுவேன், அவ alkali கூடயும் react பண்ணுவேன். பார்த்துடலாமா? Yes, let us have the reaction. Aluminum reacting with HCl. So aluminum HCl dissolve ஆகும்போது what is going to happen? Hydrogen gas will be liberated. Aqueous alkali கூட react பண்ணும்போது அப்போவும் hydrogen gas will be liberated along with a soluble complex formation. You will be getting a soluble complex formation when aluminum is reacting with sodium hydroxide and aqueous alkali. What is the name of this complex? Can you name this? Sodium tetrahydroxo aluminate. Aluminate or charge எவ்வளவு வரும்? Aluminate or charge வந்து 3 வரும். So the name is sodium tetrahydroxo aluminate 3. So you got the amphoteric nature of aluminum, reacting with acid, reacting with base. But aluminum reacting with concentrator HNO3, what is going to happen? Al2O3, an oxide film is generating, a protective coating will be generating. So aluminum மேல ஒரு oxide layer வரும். So aluminum will not be that much reactive. So we can say that aluminum will be very less reactive towards this concentrated nitric acid. Look at that. Aluminum மேல ஒரு protective oxide surface, oxide layer வரும். அப்போ again இவனுக்கு react பண்ண முடியாது because oxide layer break பண்ணா மட்டும்தான் அலுமினியத்துக்கு reaction possible இருக்கும். possible இருக்கும். possible இருக்கும் இருக்கட்டும் எப்படி? Okay. Aluminum protective oxide surface produce பண்ணுவேன். Yes, protective oxide surface produce பண்ணுவேன். So அந்த oxide surface break பண்ணா மட்டும்தான் என்ன நடக்கும்? reaction நடக்கும். Okay, என்னோட தமிழ்ல கொஞ்சம் மிஸ்டேக்ஸ் இருக்கும், but I told you like I am not a Tamilian, so கொஞ்சம் மிஸ்டேக்ஸ் வரும். I'm extremely sorry about that. நீங்க லேர்ன் பண்ற that together with you, உங்களுக்கு சொல்லி கொடுக்கும்போது நானும் கொஞ்சமா தமிழ் லேர்ன் பண்றேன். So apologies for my mistakes. Okay, now look at that. Concentrated nitric acid renders aluminum passive by forming a protective oxide layer. So what they are telling, passive na non-reactive nu சொல்லிக்கலாம். So in the concentrated nitric acid கூட aluminum react பண்ண வச்சிட்டேனா aluminum will be non-reactive. Why? Because of this formation of oxide layer. Okay, but mineral acid கூட react பண்ணுவேன், அதை நம்ம பார்த்துட்டு. Now problem 11.2. White fumes appear around the bottle of anhydrous aluminum chloride. Give reason. So this problem 11.2 in the NCERT solved example தான். என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா, okay, we are having anhydrous aluminum chloride bottle. aluminum chloride ஓட bottle இருக்கு. அந்த bottle சுத்திட்டு என்ன ஆகுதுன்னா ஒரு white fume வருது. ஏன் அந்த white fume வருதாதான் கேள்வி. Why this white fumes are coming? பார்த்துடலாமா? Yes, we'll see. Anhydrous aluminum chloride is partially hydrolyzed with atmospheric moisture to liberate HCl gas. Moist HCl appear white in color. என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா இந்த AlCl3 இல்லையா, AlCl3 water கூட immediately react ஆகும். So if there is moisture and a moisture கூட இந்த anhydrous AlCl3 contactல வந்துச்சுன்னா immediately anhydrous AlCl3 will be reacting with moisture, that is with water. So if it is exposed to water vapor or the moisture, you can say, what is going to happen? This aluminum chloride is reacting with moisture and you will be getting aluminum hydroxide and HCl. This HCl is giving you that white fumes. White fumes are given by this HCl. This is actually a quite interesting reaction. The aluminum hydroxide, yeah, actually on the aluminum hydroxide is a white precipitate in the aluminum hydroxide, when you dissolve in HCl, you will be getting AlCl3 as well. Okay, this is very important reaction. So aluminum chloride நம்ம அப்படி வைக்கும்போது anhydrous aluminum chloride அப்படியே அந்த bottle வைக்கும்போது ஏன் அங்க fumes வருது? That white fumes is because of the production of HCl. HCl எப்படி produce ஆகுது? Because atmospheric moisture கூட இந்த anhydrous AlCl react பண்ற, so it is forming aluminum hydroxide plus HCl. This HCl is responsible for the white fumes. Just remember, very important. இது வரைக்கும் கேட்டதில்ல, maybe இந்த வாட்டி கேட்டதில்ல. Sense. Now look at this question. This is exercise 11.28 question. Exercise 11.2 na book back la irukungla, subject oda inda chapter oda end la irukungla questions, adoda 11.28. It is very interesting question. We'll see. Metal X is reacting with sodium hydroxide. White precipitate of A is forming. So X is reacting with sodium hydroxide. A white precipitate A is forming. A is forming. Fine. Which is soluble in excess of NaOH. A வந்து excess of NaOH நான் போடுறேன். Excess of NaOH போடும்போது soluble ஆகும்னு சொல்றாங்க. Soluble ஆயிட்டு ஒரு soluble complex B கொடுக்கும். ஒரு soluble complex B கொடுக்கும். Okay. Then compound A is soluble in dilute HCl. Dilute HCl soluble ஆகும் to form the compound C. The compound A when heated strongly gives you D. Compound A strong நான் heat பண்ணிட்டேன்னா ஆகும், எனக்கு D வரும். இப்படி தான் சொல்றாங்க. Aயும் Bயும் Cயும் Dயும் எல்லாருமே வேணாம், Xும் வேணாம் உங்களுக்கு. Look at that. X treated with sodium hydroxide ஒரு white precipitate வருது. And the white precipitate is soluble in excess of NaOH to give a soluble complex B. And here, if we learn the equation, you will be getting something here. Compound A is soluble in HCl to form compound C. Now, see, look at that. One metal sodium hydroxide could react with white precipitate. The white precipitate A nu vechukongla. And the A வந்து என்ன பண்றேன், A வந்து soluble in dilute HCl. So A dilute HCl கூட react பண்ணும்போது what you are going to get? It is soluble AlCl3 you will be getting. ஓகேங்களா? Fine. So dilute HCl யாரை போடும்போது தான், I'll tell you. Look at that. Dilute HCl AlOH thrice போடும்போது you will be getting AlCl3. So what it will be? Aluminum hydroxide. Look at that. How comes this aluminum? Look at that. This NaOH கூட தான் react பண்ற இல்லையா? NaOH கூட react பண்ணும்போது hydroxide தான் வரணும். So aluminum hydroxide na AlOH thrice. That is coming here. Okay, fine. Now and the AlOH thrice excess of NaOH கூட react பண்ணும்போது, like aluminum, we have seen that இல்லையா? Aluminum is amphoteric, react with acid as well as base. So NaOH கூட react பண்ற, இங்க dilute HCl கூட react பண்ற. So excess of NaOH வரும்போது what is going to happen? You will be getting tetrahydroxoaluminate இல்லையா? Sodium tetrahydroxoaluminate. I think we'll be writing in the next page somewhat clearly. Okay, so metal X is reacting with sodium hydroxide. So I got the idea. X யாரா இருக்கும்? X வந்து aluminum இருக்கும். Aluminum is reacting with NaOH. What you are going to get? Aluminum hydroxide, AlOH thrice aluminum hydroxide கிடைக்குது. A white precipitate, I told you it's a white precipitate, white gelatinous precipitate nu kuda solluven. Aluminum hydroxide, that is A. So aluminum is X. Then enna pannom, A is soluble in dilute HCl. A வந்து dilute HCl போட்டேனா நம்ம இப்ப அந்த reaction பார்த்தோம் இல்லையா? So you will be getting AlCl3. Fine. AlCl3 என்னது? A is soluble in dilute HCl to form a compound C. Compound C ஆகுது. ஆனா இங்க ஒரு லைன் மிஸ் பண்ணிட்டேல. This A is soluble in excess of NaOH to give a soluble complex. So இது வந்து என்ன பண்ணுவேன்? Excess of NaOH கூட போட்டேனா it will be giving a soluble complex. Aluminum alkali கூட react பண்ணும்போது ஒரு complex கொடுக்குதுல? ஆமாங்க. இந்த complex sodium aluminate. இல்லையா? Sodium aluminate. Sodium aluminate illa, what is the name? Sodium tetrahydroxy aluminate 3. நம்ம எழுதிட்டேல name. Okay, I can write the name once again. Sodium tetrahydroxy aluminate. Okay, 3 oxidation state. So you got a soluble complex. Now compound A heated strongly gives D. ALOH thrice. ALOH thrice a strong heat panitena. Look at that. What you are gonna get? Strong heat panitena. It will be giving you L2O3. Water will pogum. So you'll be getting aluminum oxide. And look at that, which is used to extract the metal. Inga irukla metal X. Metal extract pannadukku Al2O3 use பண்ணுவேல கண்டிப்பா நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணுவேன். Look at that, the compound A when heated strongly gives D, which is used to extract the metal. Al2O3 ல இருந்து நமக்கு metal extract பண்ணிக்கலாம் கண்டிப்பா. Metallurgy we will be studying this. Aluminum extract பண்ணிக்கலாம். So you got the answer. See, எல்லா reactionமே நம்ம பார்த்ததுதான் ஒரு வாட்டி இல்லையா? And look at this problem now comes here with a slight difference. Look at that carefully. The question theriyuma, this is JEE main question. Look at this beauty of this question. When metal M reacting with NaOH, white gelatinous precipitate X is forming. Now namakku theriyumle ama metal M irukattum yaru kulla react pandra NaOH kulla react pannide yara dhaan kudukka poren. We know that aluminum hydroxide, white gelatinous precipitate, which is soluble in excess of NaOH. Ama, which is soluble in excess of NaOH. Excess of NaOH poten enna agum namalku oru soluble complex varum, sodium tetrahydroxy aluminate. Clear? Adu namalku theriyum. Okay. Compound X when heated strongly gives an oxide. Compound X aluminate strong ah neenga heat pandre. Compound aluminate illa compound X enga irukku inga irukku. Yes, aluminum hydroxide தானே strong ah neenga heat pandre enna kedaikum oxide kedaikum Al2O3 kedaikum. Look at that, which is used in chromatography as an adsorbent. Yes, Al2O3 is used as an adsorbent in chromatography. What is that metal M? Metal M is aluminum. Look at that, how beautiful it is. See, same question da avan enna pannite konjam modify pannite illengla. What modification? And the dilute HCl irukra or reaction avan sollala. X க்கு பதிலா என்ன பண்ணிட்டாங்க M ன்னு போட்டாங்க. அங்க X A B C D கண்டுபிடிக்கணும், இங்க M மட்டும் கண்டுபிடிச்சா போதும். சேம் क्वेश्चन. அப்புறம் அவன் என்ன கேட்டாங்க Al2O3 okay is used to extract metal அப்படி கேட்டாங்க. அந்த same Al2O3 is used as as an adsorbent in chromatography. Slight change, but if you have gone through that you will be getting the idea. ஆமா white precipitate தானே NaOH தானே எனக்கு தெரியுமே போட்டுக்கலாம் answer. How they are asking the questions. Look at that. Be careful. Now action of halogens. Halogen kuda in the elements react பண்ணும்போது what will be your compound, what will be your product? We'll see that. Element is reacting with X2 with high temperature, you will be getting EX3. We know the reactions, right? Ilya, what is the reaction? Boron reacting with chlorine, what you are going to get? BCl3. You have to balance this according to this one. Aluminum reacting with chlorine, LCl3. Gallium reacting with chlorine, GaCl3. Indium reacting with chlorine, InCl3. One exception. You know the exception. Tell me. Yes. TLI3 form பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. ஏன் form பண்ண மாட்டாங்க? TLI3 will not be forming trihalide. It will not be forming the trihalide. What is the reason behind that? You know that. We have discussed. Because TLI3 TL க்கு எந்த oxidation state வரணும்? +3 வரணும். In +3 oxidation state, it is a strong oxidizing agent. So என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க? Immediately அவன் TL+1 க்கு தான் போறதுக்கு ட்ரை பண்ணுவாங்க. So TL+3 is very unstable. We have seen that. So we can say that it will be forming all the boron family members will be forming trihalides with halogen, but not thallium. Okay. Now we'll be talking about anomalous behavior of boron quickly. You already know that இது எல்லா first element க்கும் வர property தான் இல்லைங்களா? The first few properties what we are discussing is P block ல ஒவ்வொரு குரூப்பிலும் first element ஓட anomalous property தான். Absence of d orbital, very small atomic size, very high electronegativity, very high ionization enthalpy. And boron show allotropy while other elements do not. In the group இல்ல போரோனுக்கு மட்டும் allotropy form பண்றதுக்கான ability இருக்கு, மத்தவங்களுக்கு இல்ல. What is allotropy? Existence of two or more different physical forms of a chemical element. ஒரு chemical element different physical formல exist ஆகும். The important allotrope of carbon we have seen இல்லையா, diamond, graphite, fullerene. We have seen இல்ல, நம்ம பார்க்க போற 14th group. Yes, but you already know, I know that. Okay, so allotropy na, yeah, existence of two or more different physical forms of a chemical element. Boron halides, due to the absence of the orbital, forms tetrahedral BOH4 minus. Rest of the elements, due to the presence of the orbital, forms AlH2O 6 times 3 plus octahedral. இதை நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணிட்டே இல்லைங்களா? So BOH tries வரும்போது sp3 hybridization வரும். அவனுக்கு d orbital இல்ல, so sp3 d க்கு போக முடியுமா? போக முடியாது, ஏன்னா அவனுக்கு d orbital இல்ல. பட் வந்து d orbital இருக்கவங்க என்ன பண்ணிக்கலாம்? octahedral complex form பண்ணிக்கலாம், because they can form sp3d2 hybridization. If the hybridization is sp3d2, then it is octahedral. Now we will be moving to the important compounds of boron. Boron oda important compounds paathukalam. We are having borax, we are having boric acid, we are having diborane. So we'll be discussing about each one. Okay ngla. The first we'll be discussing about borax. Borax, the formula is Na2B4O7 10H2O. Just remember, Na2B4O7 4H2O. There is one compound of boron like this, 4H2O. This is what we are calling as kernite. Kernite nu solluva. Okay ngla. Just remember, don't confuse it with that. 10H2O vanduchina, we can call it as borax. Otherwise 4H2O is kernite. Okay, borax is a white crystalline solid, and in fact it contains tetranuclear units. Look at that. It contains tetranuclear units B4O5OH42 minus. So in fact namalukku correct ana formula eludranna, you will be getting this kind of formula too. Just remember, and options la paathana unnala identify panna mudiyum. Okay, borax oda formula, which is the incorrect formula of borax, abbi kettiralamne. This one, this one, this one. Ipo moon option aidichilla, then all of these abdin kodutiralam. So 4 option, you got a question. Puriyada? So you should know the formula. Maga pandradhukku solla, but you should have a clear cut idea. Okay, this is correct formula of the borax. Fine. Now borax வந்து hydrolyze பண்றேன். When I dissolve in water, what is going to happen? When I dissolve borax in water, I'll be getting NaOH and H3BO3. What is this H3BO3? We will be calling it as boric acid, illena orthoboric acid. We'll be discussing about that in the next lecture. Okay, now in the borax hydrolyze பண்ணும்போது எனக்கு NaOH H3BO3 கிடைச்சது. This is boric acid. Name itself is saying it is an acid, but it is a weak acid. This NaOH is a strong base. You have studied, right? NaOH is a strong base and H3BO3 is a weak acid. So in the solution எப்படி இருக்கும்? alkaline இருக்குமா acidic இருக்குமா? ஒன்னு strong base, இன்னொன்னு weak acid. அப்ப கண்டிப்பா solution will be alkaline. Aqueous solution of borax is strongly alkaline in nature. Very important. Aqueous solution of borax is strongly alkaline in nature. Borax bead test. Borax bead test. Let us see. This is what your borax decahydrate nu solikalam. Nee iда heat பண்ற. இந்த compound நீ heat பண்ணும்போது என்ன ஆகும்? First வந்து the water it will lose. So இந்த தண்ணியை lose பண்ணிட்டேன்னா மீதி என்ன இருக்கு? You will be getting the borax here, Na2B4O7. Now again I am going to heat. இப்போ தண்ணி எல்லாம் போயிட்டு, now I won't stop. Again I am going to heat. நான் இது heat பண்ணும்போது I'll be getting sodium metaborate and boric oxide. ஆனா boric anhydride அப்படி சொல்லிக்கலாம். சரிங்களா? boron trioxide or boric anhydride எப்படி வேணாலும் சொல்லிக்கலாம். So what is happening? Borax decahydrated நான் heat பண்ணேன். So water will be lost. So we'll be getting Na2B4O7. Again I heated this continuously. So I'll be getting sodium metaborate and boric anhydride. Okay, so now this is what we are calling it as borax bead. இப்போ நமக்கு கிடைச்சதை நம்ம என்ன சொல்ல? borax bead சொல்ல. borax bead னு சொல்ல. இந்த borax bead நம்ம எதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம்? இப்போ இந்த sodium metaborate இல்ல, இந்த மாதிரி transition metal metaborites form பண்ணும்போது ஒவ்வொரு transition metalக்கும் different colors இருக்கு. So ஒரு color okay blue color na அது cobalt நம்மளால ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ண முடியும் இல்ல brown na okay that might be nickel அப்படி நம்மளால ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ண முடியும் so ஒவ்வொரு transition metalக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு characters ஒவ்வொரு transition metalோட metaborites-க்கும் characteristic color இருக்கு so அது வெச்சிட்டு நம்மளால என்ன பண்ணிக்கலாம் எந்த transition metal தான் யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்குன்றத ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணிக்கலாம் that is what we are calling as borax bead test if we are treating the oxide of cobalt with this borax bead what you are gonna get is we are gonna get us metaborate of this cobalt so cobalt borate you are gonna get and the cobalt borate or color enna irukum blue color so if the blue color is coming when the oxide of cobalt is reacting with borax bead then we can get the idea okay this is cobalt the transition metal we have used this cobalt this is what we are calling as borax bead test these are the important things that you have to know about the borax then one question we'll be discussing this is exercise again book back chapter oda endla irukra MCQ okayla idum objective type question da maybe iduvaraikkum ketadula inda vaati 2022 ku maybe yeah an aqueous solution of borax is very easy ipodan sonna aqueous solution of borax Ne2B4O7 reacting with water dissolves in water what you are going to get NaOH plus tell me NaOH plus H2 3BO3 so this aqueous solution will be basic in nature okay we are winding up this session here next lecture la nama boric acid pathiyum diborane pathiyum discuss pannikalam these are boric acid and diborane these two are very important compounds from our exam point of view so separate or lecture la detail discuss pannikalam so adu varaikum enna pannom yes you have to go read the NCERT thoroughly so you will be getting all the information from the NCERT then get ready for the next lecture adu varaikum muyarchi pannite irundunga success will find you soon